Hey everybody, I'm back. That's right. I moved all the way to Canada. I'm in Canada right now, and it's pretty awesome here. I'm having a good time. But I've been away for about a month, and I want to do a catch up to make sure that I keep everybody up to date on what's going on, what I'm going to be releasing, what I'm going to be working on next. Now I'm just talking purely about personal projects, nothing that's going on with work. Um, and this is mostly going to be focused around the two projects, uh, which is the RPG and Arena CTF. The RPG is not an MMORPG. It is actually just like a single player co-op thing. And actually, sort of behind the scenes, over the course of this month that I've been away, the RPG kind of transformed a little bit into something different. Something, something really weird. Uh, so, I am going to be releasing all the blueprints for all of these things. But I have a really big question, too. What should I do with Arena CTF? I want to work on something for UT4, right? And Arena CTF kind of takes elements of CS:GO and kind of blends some of those elements into capture the flag with the economy, but it's pretty weak at the moment and it's missing features. And I was planning on adding like more crazier stuff. And honestly, I think I probably should take it a different direction altogether. And one of the biggest problems with the mod was trying to work with the existing stuff and like hack around all the C++ code, which is actually a nightmare and totally made the blueprints as well, maybe a little too hacky for me to really feel comfortable with it. But I could probably do something new, and it would be cleaner because it would be done all in blueprints of pretty much by hand, just from me. So, uh, I guess that's pretty much that. Let's take a look at this RPG I got cooked up here. All right, so you probably remember this project. I made a couple of videos of it. Uh, these are like the last videos that I did before I ended up moving out. So something that I kind of noticed is that, well, one thing that is very easy to modify is something called time dilation, and is just a basic feature where you can slow down time in the editor or in game, and it works really well. So I had that in mind, and then I ended up just having this really strange idea. See how I have all these other characters. Keep in mind that when I'm in the editor, for some reason the names appear to the left. I mean to the right of the character. I don't know why it does that, but anyway, what if I was in control of up to 4 characters at the same time? And I thought about that for a second. I was like, wait, that's that's really weird. So imagine WoW Arena where time is slowed down and you're in control of more than one character at exactly the same time. I don't know. So, this would actually be pretty easy to set up. In fact, it's super easy. So, let's say I start casting this. I select this guy. I switch to him. I can cast a little, put a little blaze over here to prevent somebody from crawling over, and then I can go to here. Keep in mind that there are still things that are not hooked up correctly, but functionality wise, there it is. It's there. You see the bars going down. These are characters that are on my team, so to speak. I switch to this guy. He's my warrior right now. I only have mages, so to speak, and I could have him teleport up. Oops. Well, he couldn't teleport to the blaze. I guess that's a bug. But Like, he comes over and begins casting this, and I could select this guy, and I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna cast a heal on him. Whoa, cure one, and maybe top him off with a regen, and then grab this guy and select him. Now this is all happening in slow motion, so the other guy's doing the same shit at the same time. His mind. Can you imagine like how the PvP, the skill cap that would be on this shit? It'd be ridiculous. Trying to keep track of like fucking four characters at the same time, people switching between them and nuking each other, and that stuff's already set up though. It's mostly it's just making sure that the HUD is updating properly. So like, what if take a look at these errors real quick. Yeah, there's some stuff that's a little shifty still, but I quickly hooked it up. So I unhooked this, and what if like in MMORPGs, you know, it you go and you get your it it uh it kind of helps if you don't have two editors running at the same exact time with the same project. Yeah, that can cause some weird stuff to happen. Okay, so anyway, that ended up happening, and what if like I was getting to, what if like the time dilation function was just set up in such a way where all I do is I just track to see if anybody is currently in combat or sets themselves into a mode where they where the time slows down, and all it does is that it just informs game state. Anytime something happens where somebody wants to have control of multiple characters at the same time, it slows time down for everybody who's in this zone, right? And and if everybody goes out of combat, it just goes back into like regular, you know, standard movement where you can run around, and like I can just like switch between the characters. But if I go into combat mode, all of my characters come out in a formation, so I can have like a full party of players, and they all come out of from the center in a formation, and now time slows down, right? And then I can click the icon again on my toolbar, and all characters, get sucked back into my character again, and time goes back to normal movement and normal time dilation, and I can run around, grab quests, jump around like a doof, and there you go. Like I have one character who is all the characters in my party at once, and if I need them to, and if I get into trouble and I want to do some combat, I click this icon and they come out and time slows down and I just go fucking crazy. But the PvP in this would just be insane. It's like some kind of weird RTS or something. So anyway, that's the idea. Uh, I'll go ahead and also release this and everything like that while I'm working on it. I will continue working on the project even after I release it. And anybody is totally welcome to use it however they want. You want to fucking make a commercial game with it, go ahead. I don't care about that. The only thing that would be really lame is like if somebody just takes something that I did and like puts it on Steam without even like doing anything to it. That would be fucking. Well, I mean, I doubt that would ever happen, but lame shit like that would be annoying. Or 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 the weirdest possible thing I could think of, which just actually cracks me up. I don't even know why I'm bringing this up. Is like, say somebody grabs something and works that I've been working on, grabs it and then makes like this really cool thing, and they make a bunch of money, and then they hire lawyers to sue me so they can't even use my own stuff anymore. That would be lame. But other than that, there's no other catches, and that would be so freaking silly to even. I don't even know why I shouldn't even. I should just like cut that out of the video. I'm not even gonna talk about that. It's so silly. But that would really suck. Well, anyway, uh, So that's the state of this project. Okay, so the second project, and this one perplexes me the most, is should I continue working on, or should I change direction? What should I do with Arena CTF? Arena CTF, uh, well, a lot of stuff broke since I haven't been working on it, and and quite frankly, I've learned how to do all of this infinitely more efficiently. And you notice that
Red team has advantage.
I also have the classes functionality like sort of basically in there, so you can be a scout, a brute, or a gunner, or a support. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. What I do know is that I watch a CS:GO game and I see plays, I see all kinds of stuff that is still, to this day, completely absent when I watch Capture the Flag and UT4. And I know that there's been so many things and so many updates and so many tries and so much evolution to the project as over for a long period of time. But like even when you just break it down to like the basic strategies of CTF, you have one guy go mid, like one guy who guards and two guys attack. Like okay, you know how many plays there are in CS:GO and how many different counter strategies there are for that. And sure, maybe that stuff exists to some extent. I don't know. It just falls flat. So I don't know, and I don't even know if this is really the best way to go about it. And I know this is a topic that's like a dead horse. Yeah, this is totally a dead horse. Can't solve this right now. Can't solve it probably ever. But I want to work on something. But I want to do something that that's new. Something that I mean, obviously copying CS:GO isn't new, but something that finds a new blend of old stuff and brings it together. I really want to hear some thoughts on this because I don't know if a CS:GO style mod is really the way to go. And honestly, I could probably redo this mod from scratch practically in half the time just because now I know how to do nested UI elements, so there would only be like one thing and it would be super fast and super efficient to make one function for buying and selling of objects and telling it what to buy and sell. So I don't know. So with that said, I have all this ability and I have no idea what to do. I want to know. So with that said, maybe maybe trying to work on something for a UT4 isn't really the way to go. Maybe just keep making more blueprints and releasing them for free. Maybe that's the best way to go. I'd like to hear some thoughts. I'd like to hear what everybody thinks because it'll have a really huge effect on what I do next, and maybe even making tutorials for a change because I don't usually do that. But explaining things in a really frank and you understand the basics already. You just want to hear the details that are important, kind of a way. I'm all for that as well. Well, anyway, all right. I'm gonna end this. You've been watching Castle Does, and thanks for watching.